as we get rolling here. Let's see. I know the video was live, but my mic wasn't live, so we're trying to get things underway, and it does not look like my thing took very well here, so give me a quick second to make sure. Am I coming through now? Am I coming through loud and clear? Because it does not look like I am on my end. As yeah, there's issues going on there, so we'll try to get this on here. Let me know, can you hear me? That is the biggest thing. We get here, we see Travis Roberto out front. Zachary there in second. Mike Zachary there in third. Zader there in fourth. We got Brian Scott there in fifth. And you got Justin Walsh there sixth. Jody Nielsen there in seventh. Robert Melrat there eighth. Jamie MacArthur in ninth. Chase Zilla back here in 10th. We see Matt Mars back here in 11th. Jay Davis in 12th. Brassington there 13th. That is how they run right now. And they run around the racetrack here tonight. Now we see, try to move this so that you guys can see what we have going on. Down there, off the corner they go. Travis Roberto out front, leading the race. There you got Zachary there in second. Zachary in third. Steven Zader there fourth. As you watch them work down here, we got 36 minutes left to go here at Fuji Speedway. Brian Scott here fifth. Justin Welch there sixth. Jody Nielsen there in seventh. Eighth going to Robert Milbrat. Jamie MacArthur there in ninth. Chase Dilla there 10th. Jay Davis there in 11th. And work down there through the front straightaway and in through corner number 1 and 2 down here to corner number 3. I mean, we're trying to get here to make sure we got everything situated. I think we do. I am here. Hopefully I am live and you guys can hear me okay. There we go. As we're live here to make sure we got sound. We do. Perfect. All right, down here through off of corner. What is that? Now let's get here with our track map if we can. For Fuji. Perfect. All right. So we got 16 turns here. They come down here towards corner number 1. We got Travis Roberto out there in front, leading the way. Down here, we got, as we got just under 35 minutes left to go. There you're looking at the 56. Got Jamie MacArthur back here. Zachary there in second in that 023. Mike Zacher there in third. Zader there fourth. Brian Scott there in fifth. Welsh there in sixth. Nielsen in seventh. I worked there through turn 6 and 7, coming down there to turn 8 and 9, down through the 300R. Coming down there to Dunlap corner there at corner number 10. Coming through 11 and 12. Hey, looping on down around there. Great job there tonight. As these drivers hanging out there on board there in front. Now you watch them come down there off of the corner. You're looking there at the 023 of Zachary Tank Kernsley, I think is how it's said. I'm not sure though. You watch Zachary there in third. Not a whole lot of things going on here as you watch them come down here towards corner number 1. You got Matt Mars having issues as he's off track back here at the back and crashed. We'll take a look at what happened here to Matt Mars. As you see him working down there off the corner. Comes down there into the next one and just gets off track and hits the brakes, just the difficult spot there, and locks it up and ends up spinning it around. All right, now come on now. We need to go live. And you don't work. Oh man, this is... There we go. Now we're back live here. Roberto, there's Zachary once again. Right behind him, that is Mike Zacher in that number 46. And right behind that is Steven Zader in that Mustang. We got a Mustang lead. We got Steven Zader back there in the Mustang. Austin Martin back there for Chase Zilla back there in 10. Justin Welch also in an Austin. Jody Nelson in a Porsche. Mike Zacher in a Porsche. Coming down through the front stretch here. Trav Roberto out there in front. Zachary Tank Kersley. Hey, work down there. Look out. Here comes Zader to the inside of Zacher. Can't quite pull it off down there through corner number 1. Mars falls back quite a ways. He's there in 13th, plus a minute 20 on the gap. Brasington ends up off track a little bit. We saw there the red come up on his name. Hey, watch him come here off of the corner down there in the corner number 11, 12, and 13. Mars coming there through turn 16. Hey, watch him come out of corner number 14, got through 15, now in the 16. $30 minutes to go here at Fuji Speedway for the GT3 Cup Series. GT3 Cup Series. GT3 Road Series here from Regal Wrapz and Designs. Hey, watch him come down through there off the corner. Working on that long straightaway. Down here in the corner number 1 goes the 28 of Travis Roberto, followed by the 23 there of Zachary Kersley. Zacher there in 3rd with Zader in 4th. Drivers looking okay here as they work on off. Down off of corner number 10, 11, and 12. Chase still having an issue there with a slowdown. Jamie ends up off track. And jump to the pits. Take a look here. What happened to Jamie? Jamie running that board. Come in there, hits the curb, goes to try to bring it around the next corner, and it just loops around on him. Jump in there to the pits. Well, watch him work on down through there. You see on board there with Mike Zacher. He worked through corner number 1. And on down here out of corner number 2, or 3 and 4. J.J. was having issues. MacArthur is out. Which is confirmed by his number not being on the display. Back on board with Zacher. Now they start down that long straightaway once again. And see there, Zader behind Zacher. Roberta still leads, has a gap of about 2 seconds. About a second gap between second and third. Looking about a half a second between third and fourth. Nice driver hanging on down through here, looking great so far. Look out, here they go down through the corners. Trevor Roberto out in front, Zachary there in second. Zacher there third. Zader fourth. Working there now off turn number 15 and 16 for most of these drivers. We're going through off the tightest corners of the racetrack here at Fuji. 25 minutes left. So over halfway. Or no, I guess we're not. Yeah. Wait. No, we're not. It's a 45-minute race. We're down here to about 24 minutes to go. There you was. We're coming there off of the corners. Down through 1, up here through 2, up through 3, and down around 4. The 9-12 there of James MacArthur back on track, but down 2 laps. Trying just to gain some points. And we're on board there with Zacher. Trying to keep track of where all the we're on board. Davis back here in 9 for Nameless Racing. And we're there off the corners, down there in the corner. Number 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, and they all snake up on through that end of the racetrack. Oh, here they go. Look out. Nameless Racing off track there a little bit. That forced Wrapz to go a little wide. And you're on board there with the boat, working down there off the corner. You see that 45 Wrapz right there behind Davis. And he battled hard. Davis driving an Austin Martin. And Wrapz driving that Mercedes. Got Chase Dilla closing in on the behind them. Curious to see when pit stops will take place. We have that going across the bottom of the screen, maybe. Is that how the pit stops are? I haven't looked to see how pit stops are set up yet for the GT3s. I'm hoping they're set up correctly. All right, you see some of the pit stop lap. And pit lane. Okay, so we do have it there. All right. And you watch them. There comes Wrapz down there in 9th, trying to gain on Davis. He was there once as they head off the corner. Look at there, you see that Mustang back there. I believe Dan Brassington at number 29. Chase Dilla gaining on Davis. Look at there, the inside, can't quite get there. And we're down there towards corner number 1. These are your closest gaps right now. Roberto put another 1.5 seconds over top of Kersley. It is your closest battle on the racetrack. We see, oh, getting real close there. He's going to try to dive it in there. Can't quite get it the way he needs to as he comes through turn number 1. Up there through 2, now into 3. There's 8, 9, and 10. This is Davis, Wrapz, and Chase Dilla. There we're gone out of turn number 4. 20 minutes to go. Roberto leads it out front. There's him slowly gaining on drivers here. Zachary there in a second, driving a USA Corvette. We got that Porsche there, Mike Zacher. Steven Zader there in 4th. Brian Scott 5th. Justin Welch back here at 6th. Jody Nielsen in 7th. Great looking machine out there in the front though from Mach 10 Motorsports. And then bring it on down through off of the front stretch down here in the corner. Number 1 they go. Zachary Kersley there in 2nd. And I just want to double check on something here real fast as we're watching this race unfold. Just to make sure that I'm not gooping anything up. Okay. Well, we got just well sponsoring next week and then Ron Matthews. All right, we just got a couple more weeks here of the couple more weeks of GT3. We're here at Fuji, then we go on to Red Bull Ring, Sebring, and then Sonoma. So 3 more weeks after tonight. December 1st, our last race. Mike Zager there in 3rd, Steven Zader there 4th. Working down there in the corner number 1 goes Roberto. There, Kersley there in second. And as we've seen, most of these drivers, they try to find a way, as we do down there on the bottom of your screen. There is your pit stop, as Brasington and Milbrath are in. I think we saw that Matt Mars crashed again, and now he is out. Take a look at it here. In that number 34, Mellow Yellow, Austin Mudd. Coming there off the corner, tries to get it underway, and then just, man, tough break there. All right, Dagger comes into pit road. Zader stays out. Brian Scott stays out. Nielsen, he'll stay out. I watch him come down through there. Roberto there in first. Kersley there second. Zader in third. Scott there fourth. Chase Hilla down there in seventh. Running a wraps from Matt. Paint Scope. That was Travis Roberto out front from Octane Motorsports. Zachary there in second. Zader there in third. Brian Scott there fourth. Justin Welsh there in fifth. Jay Davis back here in seventh. Back up off the corner. Down there into the corner they go, down through. Snaking around. See if anybody else takes to the pit lane. Brasington out. Mars out. MacArthur did go out and then come back in. Hey, MacArthur now gets around Brasington. As Roberto and Kersley come in to the pits along with Zader. Will that bring other leaders or not? Brian Scott staying out. Justin Welsh also staying out. Jay Davis, he stays out. Jake Zilla, he'll be coming in. Pit lane very, very busy, as you see at the bottom of your screen there. All right, yeah, see Brian Scott as your leader right now. Under 15 minutes to go, soon to be under 14 minutes. Now you're looking there at Mike Sager. Still back there to about 8. Getting around Chase Taylor. Oh, no! Jody Nielsen meets the wall. Spinning it around there. There we see Zader. Work down here off the corner. Great job so far. Looking there at Brian Scott. He holds on to the lead for the time being. Chase Zillow working off pit road. Milbrath has worked his way off. We're still looking at Davis, Welsh, and Scott that needs to come into pit road. Brian Scott coming this time. In that number 85. Jay Davis coming in. Justin Welch coming in. Pretty positive. The 317 of Jay Davis was coming in. Yes, he is. So here's your last three. That's going to head and lead back over to Roberto. There, watching there, Chase Dilla back there in ninth. Off that corner, they go down there, off the corner. We see Roberto coming there through turn number 1, coming through 2. Chase Zilla coming in there through 16. 12 laps, or 12 minutes to go. Sorry, I keep calling them laps. 12 minutes to go. Lap times are about 2.5. Unless they can hang on to it good enough, they can drop clear down to 1:40. But the average should be about 2:15 to 2:20. Hey, watching there, coming through turn number 13, 14, 15. Davis having a good run as he is up 6 spots from where he started. Brian Scott down 1. There's Davis there coming off the corner. We're nameless racing in that car number 317. Look out going across the bumps. You're on board there with Chase Zilla. He worked down there through 14, back around here through 15. And hanging on to it. Down through that final corner of 16. Right there at his back bumper, that is the 56 of Jody Nielsen. That worked down through the front straightaway. Roberto out front by about 3 seconds. Zader there in third. Zagger second, sorry. Zader third. Welch there fourth. Scott rounding out your top 5. Roberto there in front. Zagger second. Zader there third. As you're watching there, Jody Nielsen trying to fight to get up there to Chase Zilla. That is your close. Oh no! Chase Zilla goes around and into the inside barrier. Towing it back there to the pits. Jody Nielsen gains that spot over Chase Zilla. 9 minutes to go as Roberto comes across the line. Jamie McArthur back there in the 912. Down here in the corner number 1. You're looking there at Jody Nielsen. Chase Zilla in the pits. Eight laps there to go. Or, sorry, I keep calling them laps. Look at that. Ah, man. They're not laps, they're minutes. This is a road race, not lap race. This isn't NASCAR. NASCAR runs laps. Road Series runs minutes. Get that through my head. Must be too thick. Down here, through corner number 15 is Roberto. As you're watching there, the 56 work on down here. Through corner number 6. Cedar there in third. Welch there for it. Brian Scott fifth. Zachary there in sixth. Up there off the corner, Trevor Roberto out there, Jody Nielsen there. Yeah, who we've been watching as that's the closest battle on the racetrack. No, it isn't. Scratch at as Welsh and Scott are your closest battles. There's Welsh, here comes Scott. Scott driving that Castrol. Mercedes down there through. Off corner. Number 7 down here, course number 8. 10 and 11. Well, alright, there we go. Chase Dillon now out. Damon McArthur picks up there that 10th spot. So, oh, we got another one turned around. That's Justin Welsh. Kind of who we were watching there in that battle. Welsh falls there in to 6th. Zachary gets it on up there in the 5th. Davis there in 7th. Now he's chasing down Welsh. We're under 5.5 minutes to go. Nameless Racing's Jay Davis down here in the corner number 1. Rolling up here through corner number 1. Roberto's working off up corner number 9. Down off the corners. Man, a lot of these drivers turning a lot of left, turning a lot of right here tonight. Definitely almost like a snake to get around this racetrack. Davis and Welsh still pretty close here. As Davis getting to the back bumper of Welsh a couple times, he can't find that momentum to pass him yet. And you're on board there with Davis. 4 minutes to go. All right, down there through the corners they go. Now you watch Davis and Welsh. We got 3 minutes to go now. Roberto goes around turn number 10. Watch the battle here between Davis and Welsh. And Welsh drives up there and snaking on through. Davis just waiting for his chance to strike. We watched Welsh lose it once. Will he lose it again? That's the question there. Davis gets right up there to him. Working there. Through up. Corner number 9 and 10 down there into. Make sure I'm at the right spot. Yeah. Down there through 14 and 15. Well, one more lap to go and Roberto gets back around here. They come across the line there with Davis. They're in 7th. Roberto down here through corner number 6. Zagger back there in 2nd. Zader here 3rd. Brian Scott there 4th. Zachary there in 5th with Justin Welsh in 6th. David's there in 7th. As we said, Milbrath back here in 8th. Watching all these drivers go around this speedway here at Fuji for the Regal Wrapz and Designs Road Series. These are GT3s. Hey, what there coming off the corner down here out. Heading across the stripe. Final lap there for Roberto. White flag should be in the air if we can catch it. Brian Scott coming down there. See if we can catch the white flag here somewhere along the way. Should be white flag. I did see it. Well, maybe there it was. I might have caught a glimpse of it. All right, you see Justin Welsh coming down through. Davis, Milbrath. Final lap here tonight. Roberto comes there off the corner. Coming for the win as he works up here through 10. Zacher, Zader, Scott. Zachary back here in 5th. Justin Welch there in 6th, with Davis not too far behind him. Nielsen not too bad here tonight. Had a couple incidents. Still finishing strong though. Jamie McArthur not giving up. Yes, he's 2 laps down, but he's up a couple positions from where, or no, I'm sorry, no, he's down 3 positions. Chase finishes where he might have started. Back up to the checkered flag. Roberto gets the win. Zager coming across for 2nd. Zader, he'll come across for 3rd. As you see him coming out of that final corner. Davis did get around Welsh to get himself in the 6th. Welsh there in 7th. Milbrath, he'll be coming around here the final couple quarters there. Jody Nielsen as well. And see them all come on out there, getting their checkered flags. Official results should be coming up. Here are your final results here tonight. We got Travis Roberto getting the win. Mike Zacher second. Steven Zader there third with Brian Scott there for it. Zachary Kersley there in fifth. Jay Davis there sixth. Justin Welsh seventh. There in eighth is Robert Milbrad. Jody Nielsen there in ninth. Jamie McArthur there in 10th. Chase Zilla in 11th. Dan Bradley in 12th. And Matt Mars 13th. All right, now let's see. Can we get with our winners here tonight? Let's see here. Who can we get with? We need to get with Zader, if possible. No, I was not aware of that there, Ben. Like I said, I'm messing with my settings as we have issues with the broadcast and stuff, so definitely got some things to do to fix on that there, Ben, so thank you for the heads up. Let's see here. Who do we got for... Here we need Zader. Good evening there, Steven. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Doing okay. Be doing better if I the one hard drive didn't crap the bed at the moment.
Oh, bad timing.
Oh, yeah. I've lost all the thumbnails and sponsors for the league, so they just got to bear with me.
That's a bummer.
So I'm looking into getting it, remedied. I called a few places to get the data recovered, so we'll see how it goes, but who knows. But for you tonight, great run there. You got third tonight. What did you think of Fuji Speedway tonight?
I came into it thinking it was going to be rough. Super happy I qualified fifth, so somewhere near the front. When we got away at the beginning, I was able to get into fourth and just hang out there. And to be honest with you, I got lucky. Second place, I think, has a delayed pit, so just kind of promoted me up into third, and I can't complain about that.
You never can complain about a little extra help from luck.
I'll take it.
So, I mean, but how'd that? What you think of that Mustang tonight? What was your thoughts on the way it felt going around Fuji?
I tried the McLaren, which I drive a lot, and I tried the Mercedes. I couldn't get them to hook up. The Mustang felt good. Tonight was the first time I got in the 39s, and I got low 39s, so it worked good, but you had to be careful. There was definitely some dangerous spots.
Well, you did a great job. You got any sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank?
I definitely want to thank the whole FMA crew for running a great league. It's super fun, and I really enjoy it. And definitely want to thank you, Adam Flieger, for your great broadcasting. And other than that, just the family for letting me do this, Appreciate it from all of you.
All righty. Well, congrats, Steven, and we'll see you in future FMA races.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, now Steven Zader. Now we'll get with Mike Zacher. Good evening there, Mike. How's it going?
Going pretty good.
Well, you started second, you finished second. So that push must have felt pretty good to keep it up there towards the front.
Yeah, it did. I felt quick and was at least able to keep Travis inside, even though I never had a chance to catch him. I dropped back to third on cold tires, but a little left in the pits and finished second. Yeah, I'm happy I was consistent.
Well, and that's the biggest thing there to racing, right, is be consistent. I mean, some guys will think, it's all about the fastest lap. But in truthfulness, if you can only hit that fastest lap one or two times, you're not going to win the race that way.
No, that's That's true, and I've been working on that, so it's nice to see. I check my lap times after every race, and I expect a little fade as the tires go, but it's good to see a more consistent. And, it was a fun race, especially early on. We had first, second, third, and fourth were all right together. So we got spread out, but it was a fun race.
Definitely was fun, and there were definitely battles to watch. And I know a few drivers, they had some issues in some of the corners, but for the most part, everybody did a great job, and it looks like you all had fun out there.
Yeah, this is a good track. This is, I think you did
one. I'll be honest, this was the first I ever laid eyes on it because I had to download the session before I got in here.
So this is my second time racing here, and it's funny because a friend of mine who's racing convinced me to get it, give it a shot. And, yeah, it's very much a fun track.
Well, all right. Well, you got any sponsor shout-outs? Anybody you want to thank for getting second?
No, just appreciate the people that host the league and put it on. And really, I look forward to these races every Monday.
All righty. Congrats there, Mike.
Thank you.
All right. That was Mike Zager. Now we'll get with Travis Roberto. Good evening there, Travis. Another win for Mach 10 Motorsports tonight.
Yeah, another good night. Glad that was over. The car was getting pretty tight at the end. I was glad to see the white flag come out.
Well, it definitely looked like you guys were getting a workout tonight, turning left and right. It almost looked like you were driving a snake out there.
Yeah, that is not one of my favorite tracks, only because it is kind of technical. It's got a lot of complex corners, things that require patience, and yeah, it's. I mean, at least for me, it's something you got to focus on and pay attention because it's easy to get away from you.
Yeah, we saw that a few times here for a couple of drivers here tonight, but you did a great job getting that Mach 10 Motorsports up there, and a great, beautiful paint job on there coming into the holiday season.
Yeah, shout out to AMR Paints. He does all the paint work for me. He runs some admin stuff on different old league that we run, but yeah, it was a good night. I'm happy. I'm probably going to miss one of these races here. We're moving at the end of the month, so the more wins to rack up, the better.
Well, I'm pretty sure you got quite a few racked up at the moment, don't you, here in the GT3s?
Yeah, I think all but 2 weeks.
Well, we only got 3 weeks left.
Yeah, I might be able to skate by it, but it looks like maybe November 1st I won't be able to make it, but we'll just see how it goes.
November 1st?
December 1st, okay. December 1st.
Like, wait a minute. Am I going back in time now?
Yeah, losing track of the months.
Easy to do. Easy to do. Great job there tonight, Travis. If you got any sponsor shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting that victory tonight?
Stay with the same. The Mach 10 Motorsports team. I'd like to thank yourself, and again, the FMA and the drivers here. This is definitely one of the more enjoyable leagues to run, so I always like coming back here.
Alrighty, congrats, and we'll see you next week, hopefully, for another GT3 night.
All right, Adam, have a good one.
And we're heading to Red Bull Ring, so that should be a fun one. Alrighty. You have yourself a great night, Travis, and we'll catch you next week. All right, there we go. We got Travis Roberto out there getting the victory here tonight. We want to thank everybody for tuning in here to On the Pole tonight, watching both series. If you did, with the Roughneck Racing Super Speedway Series there at 7, and in the FMA GT3 Road Series here, brought to you by Regal Wrapz and Designs. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Thank you all for watching.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wrapz and Designs. where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wrapz and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wrapz and Designs.
Thank you.